All right. What's up? How's it going? How are you doing? Shit. I had to do an update, so everything is fucked. So hopefully, let me know how it sounds. Hopefully, I can see you and hear you and everybody. Let me know. Let me know. Oh, okay. It looks like it's going. It looks like it's doing it. Oh, but now I'm getting a YouTube error. Not receiving enough shit. something is something not happening, and there might be buffering. I don't know. Anyway, hi everybody. Thank you for hanging out. This is Tara Devil and Unapologetic Liberal Talk. We're gonna call Robyn right now. She's already on air, so we might have to stay in the holding pattern. No buffering yet? Okay, good. Thank you, Haiku. Nice to see you. Thank you for being here. It's nice to have an early show. Rage early in the day or earlier in the evening instead of right before bed. Betty bye. And you could see Boudica. She's over there for the emotional support. She's our emotional support cat. So hold on. We're calling Robyn. Where the hell is my Skype? I hope everything's working, because I did an update on the operating system, and it's always a problem. You know how it is. Okay, let's call. As I'm trying to do things, it's telling me I need to update this, update that. So hopefully it works. Ringy dingy dingy. 1 ringy dingy. 2 ringy dingy. 3 ringy dingy. Okay, it's calling.
Stand by.
Oh, okay. I hear a voice.
Mm-hmm.
I hear the voice of Robyn.
There we go. I hope we've got
All
it right.
right.
Now. Oh, wait, we're not there. No, we're not there yet.
Almost.
Almost
have liftoff.
Yeah, just 1 second.
Uh-oh. She's frozen.
Let's see if you're in the board now.
I think you're frozen, Robyn. And in the meantime, become a patron, patreon.com/TaraDevlin. Oh, there you go. Mm-hmm. Nice red sweater you got there.
Thank you.
Very beautiful. Matches your lipstick.
I try.
Very nice. And what else did I have to say? Please become a patron. Oh, yes. And thank you, Charlie, from APS Radio News, as always. I don't know.
Charlie's wonderful.
I know. He keeps me going, that's for sure. I mean, emotionally, too. Knowing that Charlie is there at the barricades with us. It's like...
Yeah, exactly.
It makes a lot... It makes a difference to me. Because sometimes I feel like, bugging out to Ireland. And I am. In the process of getting my Irish citizenship. I've decided I'm going to do it. And... I mean, I've been deciding for a very long time, but I've actually taken more than just the precursory steps at this point.
Mm-hmm.
And got some guy who's helping me get the documents. I have my grandfather's birth certificate and my grandmother's birth certificate, but now I got to get all the others to make, the lineage. So
right.
And then they have to register me.
Yeah, unfortunately, I would have to go back to the 17th century at most, and I don't even know if that would be the Republic of Ireland or Northern Ireland.
Are you from Ireland? Your family?
I'm some Irish, but so far back that it doesn't matter.
Right. Yeah, it has to
bunch
be
of English, some Irish. Yes, bunch of English, some Irish, some Scottish, and I really don't want to. No. I mean, comes down to it. I'll stay right here in West by God fucking Virginia before I'll set foot in England or Scotland.
Yeah. What's going on with England? I know you mentioned this once before that it's really bad for trans people.
Well, it's just called Turf Island now.
Oh shit. What the fuck? Well,
trans women being harangued and harassed on the street. In Scotland, it is, Scotland, where Joanne Rowling or Robert Galbraith or whatever they're calling themselves these days provides horse-gagging wads of money to transphobic organizations and influences the Scottish government. It is the official policy of the Scottish government that if a trans woman is convicted of a crime, she is sent, regardless of operative status, to a male prison.
Wow, that is
so
just...
so she can be punished with.
So she can be abused. That's
so
it.
she can be so that she can receive some proper Scottish rape punishment.
Right, that's it. So you shouldn't be born. That's the message. Like, you're not welcome in the human experience, and we got something for you. What a different world it would be if people just, stopped. Just be,
Well, if look, let's boil it down. If people just didn't have such filthy fucking minds.
Right.
Okay.
Right. Yeah.
Because what I mentioned earlier on is the ongoing sexualization of trans women.
Well, that's it. Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
Apparently we're just insatiable sex monsters. Mm-hmm. Even though when we start hormone replacement therapy, the first thing to go is the libido.
It doesn't matter.
I mean, it gets taken out, but it gets taken out behind the barn and beaten to death with an axe handle. I mean, it's just like not there.
Right. And it has nothing to do with. I mean, when you study the history, for example, of slavery in the United States, and you could see how for example, when what am I trying to say? There was a point where no more enslaved people were being imported, and that became the law. You couldn't import from other countries, from wherever. But you could, if you were born enslaved, obviously it was race-based enslavement, then you had more slaves.
Generational. Yeah,
right.
Generational.
So the sex of of black women became very highly controlled, but it wasn't stigmatized. It was more do your familial duty. And then as the
Sally Hemings, anyone?
Right. As time goes on, as you see now, black men, black women, they become especially black men. It depends on the hierarchy and the whatever fear is happening at the time and how people want to keep other people down. And then it became black men are insatiable beasts that will rape all the white women. And then that came right alongside the civil rights movement. So, it's just the truth has no value to a fascist state. So, whatever they have to twist, they'll twist. And the thing is, as trans people are less than 1% of the population in general, but apparently there's such just have to be so controlled, I guess, at this point, because you see what's going on in the House of Representatives.
Yeah, I was just talking about that. It's disgusting, and frankly, and maybe this will rub some people the wrong way. I'm not just exactly thrilled with the way that Sarah McBride is just folding her tents and giving up and saying, "Well, I'm going to have." Oh, she said, "Well, I'll cooperate with the rule."
With the rule?
I'm not here to
really?
make a fuss.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm not here to make a fuss.
Wow.
I wonder if she'll continue to cooperate when Marge walks past her in the hallway and just casually throws an elbow in her ribs.
Yeah, I'm sure that's
because Marge will do that. Marge has done that shit in the past.
Yes, and she's turned the House of Representatives into a place where they hunt each other down and have screaming matches in the hall. I mean, this is what the Republicans have done to this country. And screaming matches in the bathroom, too. Were they going to stand in the bathroom? I mean, and as you know, going into the ladies' room or the men's room, I mean, for Christ's sake, who the fuck is checking your peepees? If you go in a ladies' room,
right? That's what I meant. That's what I meant about the filthy minds of the goddamn maggots.
It's incredible. I mean, and it's also right. It's right along the history of fascism. They first they came for the trans people, and here we are again. They
And the funny thing about Pastor Niemöller's verse back then is that first they came for the queers back then too, but even Pastor Niemöller didn't mention them.
That's right. That's right. Well, I always remember this one time there was a Holocaust themed art project that was happening. It was touring the United States. This was many years ago, like when I was a young lesbian. Hold on, I don't need the music there. And I remember there were protests from the Hasidic community because they were including gay people in the Holocaust remembrance. So they were included. So, the Hasidics didn't want to be a part of it, even though, the gay people died in the same ovens. It was really disgusting to see.
Yeah, well, and I guess it pissed them off because, before they came for the Jews, they came for the queers.
Yeah, of course.
Because that's how fascist oppression?
Yeah.
That's how it works. You start off with the group that is least able to defend itself.
Yep.
And you move from there.
Right. The most marginalized, the most misunderstood. And they never bring understanding or community.
Hold on.
Sure.
I mess with a cable here. Okay, you're back. I don't know what went wrong.
Well, what I was saying is that, they never bring understanding. Uh-oh, you're frozen too, Robyn. You're frozen.
I'll unfreeze
there
in
you're
a
back.
moment.
Okay.
Yeah.
They never bring understanding. They would never ever encourage their maggots or the people who vote for them, the community to, evolve, to stop being bigoted and hateful. They'll never bring light to a situation. They only bring division and darkness and misunderstanding and confusion.
Cruelty.
Yeah, cruelty, confusion, just, heaping this needless panic onto people, and all at the expense of other human beings. In this blip of time that we share together, they have nothing for us but hate and division. I don't really get it. And this is what makes me sick. That I keep saying that I have no forgiveness for the people who voted for this, and let's not forget that they're not they keep claiming a mandate. They don't have a mandate. That's why I'm sick of the Democrats. If this trans lawmaker is not fighting, you know what? This is why we're in this boat, for Christ's sakes. Like with the Matt Gaetz or whatever.
And now the ethics committee is not. We're not going to release the report.
And the Democrats are like, oh well, they fucking release it anyway. What are they gonna do to you? Really? Release it anyway. Release it. I'm sorry. We don't go by the...
it.
Yeah,
leak
it. It doesn't go. It's not in the rule book. Meanwhile, hello.
Bullshit. They've released them in the past.
Exactly, but that's what they're saying. Oh well, it's unfortunate they voted it down. Fucking release it. What the fuck? I'm just so sick of it. I was just watching some Democrat, one of these maggots was speaking on the House floor, and of course, not saying the name of the Democratic Party. She's like, "Oh, the Democrat Party, they're vilifying this president. They kept saying that he's a fascist, he's gonna destroy America, and all this, but they can't even say the goddamn name of the party." But, no one brings that out. No one ever mentions that, well, maybe I could take you seriously if you started by saying the name of the party. But they can't even do that. So what the fuck are the Democrats doing? Playing by the rules. Let's bring a strongly worded letter of disappointment to this. But we're going to have Matt Gaetz as the Attorney General, who's there to destroy everything
I
that he
forget
has
which
his hands
maggot
on.
which maggot it was, but they, they're saying they're proud to say the quiet part out loud now. They said this isn't a transition. This is a hostile takeover of the government of the United States.
Yeah. Wow.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I'm trying, where Sarah McBride is concerned, I've been trying to find a historical analogy. And with all the respect in the world, the best thing I have come up with, the best comparison, is Jackie Robinson. When Branch Rickey brought Jackie Robinson up to the Brooklyn Dodgers, there was a hue and cry of monumental proportions throughout Major League Baseball.
Right.
Because they had maintained their color barrier. In point of fact, there had been a time in the 19th century, I know this is a little nerdy, okay, just bear with me, when I think it was the Cincinnati Reds tried to bring a Cuban player up to the majors. And they jumped through so many hoops. They said that they had proven that this player, whose name I cannot remember, was whiter than Castillo. And Major League Baseball still would not let him play. So, I mean, that was the background against which Branch Rickey brought up Jackie Robinson from the minors. And, the story of Jackie Robinson is just awe-inspiring. And he didn't come up making a bunch of noise. His team did it for him. Pee Wee Reese, for instance.
Yes.
And frankly, Sarah McBride needs a Pee Wee Reese.
Right. Well,
or two or three. Well, I mean, I can tell you who she's not going to get. She's not going to get Seth motherfucking Moulton from Salem, Massachusetts. She's not going to get Tom Swazi from, Long Island?
Right. Fucking cowards.
Yeah, they are.
Absolutely disgusting.
We're not going away.
No.
I mean, the trigger warning, content warning, if they round every last one of us up and machine gun us and put us in pit and throw our bodies into pits, there will still be trans people.
Yeah, exactly.
They can criminalize our conduct. They can criminalize our very lives. As I've said on my program, they've introduced bills to criminalize my life.
Right.
Every trans person in West Virginia. A senator from Parkersburg, West Virginia, his last name's Azinger, introduced a bill last year, which I fully expect to see introduced this year, saying that it is a 10-year felony for a trans person whose very life in the bill is defined as an obscenity. I'm obscene.
Wow.
It's a 10-year felony to be within a half a mile of a school. I live within half a mile of a school.
Oh my
I live
God.
within half a mile of a school.
Wow.
I can't go to the post office without being within half a mile of a school. I can't go to Dollar General without being in half a mile of a school.
Wow.
And now with the bit in their teeth, there will be more inclination toward passing this filth.
Wow.
And I'm sorry to make it about this, but
no,
I've talked I talked a little bit with my buddy Dan Fisher last night, and I've said, just speaking on this program, it's terrifying. I'm terrified.
Right.
Because this is the reality. I have a little Ford mid-size sedan with almost 150,000 miles on it. If I have to run for my life, the only thing I get to keep is what I can fit in that car. And wherever I go, I'm homeless. Homeless. Period.
Yeah. Come here.
And do what? I'm unemployable. I'm unemployable. And, you know,
Get your law, like, pass the New
yeah,
York bar.
no. God. John Kennedy Jr. couldn't pass it on the first go round, and I'm supposed to?
You can, but, I mean, you can.
Yeah.
But that's another, yeah, I understand.
Yeah,
though.
but I mean, it's a horror. And it's not, and again, I'm not trying to make this about me.
It's fine.
It's everybody. It's everyone of transgender experience. And the thing is, the safe states, again, 2 trans women waiting at a transit station, the Hennepin Avenue transit station in Minneapolis, were brutally, useless adverb, were beaten in safe blue rights guaranteeing Minnesota.
Right. Yeah.
And that was 2 weeks. That was 2 weeks ago.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And you know, I read a story. I guess they had some sort of rally for trans rights in the last day or so. Yeah, great.
Right.
Yeah. A lot of crimes against trans people go unreported because trans people are afraid of the cops too, for good goddamn reason.
Yes.
Sorry, I'm
be sorry.
throwing a
Stop
fit, I
saying
guess,
sorry.
but yeah, that's a safe state.
Right.
You know, I've talked about Illinois. I don't want to live in a city.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've been a rural girl for 30 plus years. Okay, and it would be fearful for me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And who can afford $1,000, $1,500 for a refrigerator box over a Subway grate?
I hear you.
So I'm like, maybe something in Southern Illinois, and they're like, oh no, don't you do that. That ain't nothing but Trump flags and Confederate flags. So yeah, I don't know what the answer is.
Right.
I sincerely do not know.
It's like
all I want to do is be a happy little hillbilly girl and
just want to live
sit
your
here
fucking
and
life.
live my life and sit here with my jug of moonshine and with my thumb hooked through the loop and just put it on the shoulder.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah,
well,
I'm being facetious.
No,
but,
I know. But I have another friend who's trans, and I knew her for many years and worked with her in my first job in TV. And she wrote, is today Trans Day of Remembrance? Yeah.
Yes.
She wrote on her Facebook, today is Transgender Day of Remembrance. Just before coming out, my wife had to talk me out of jumping off a bridge for the sake of my son's life. Damn all you who don't want to understand and use our lives as talking points for selfish leverage. May we all soon not be just a memory. And this is, it's this person who I knew for many years as another gender. I had no idea of what they were struggling with. And that, there's going to be more people killing themselves, and because that's the options. Either you turn out to be like Alex Jones or J.D. Vance, self-loathing closet cases, or you live your life, live your authentic life, or you kill yourself,
Yeah. There's not a lot of middle ground. It's like Jeremy in Vermont just reminded me, more entertainment to ruin. For any Tulsa King fans, last weekend, Sylvester Stallone introduced Donald Trump at a white nationalist-type meeting and compared him to Jesus Christ because he's bulletproof.
And George Washington.
Yeah. I'm done with all these stars, Jeremy says. They don't exist to me anymore. Look, what did John Kennedy say? Those who make peaceful revolution impossible make violent revolution inevitable. Mm-hmm. Well, there's not enough of us for violent revolution.
Right.
Okay. But still, I imagine there are a few trans folks in Philadelphia, maybe a few allies too. It would be awesome if, Philadelphia woke up one morning to find that fucking statue of Rocky Balboa painted in trans pride colors.
Yeah, that'd be nice. Yep. That would be nice.
I'm being a hysterical woman, Tara.
Right. Yeah. Well, there's a lot to be hysterical about. And I want to tell you, this is something that happened to me in Queens here in, the what's otherwise known as the World's Borough, right?
Right.
So I was going to the doctor, and I have an electric car, and I was.
I didn't know that.
Well, it's a hybrid, but it's electric, and it's great. I love it. I'll never get a gas car again. I can only have it because there's electric chargers in the parking lot. But if there weren't, I mean, because there goes the infrastructure that was going to be built, right?
Yeah,
the electric
right.
infrastructure. That's all
Goodbye.
fucking out the window. These fucking assholes. I mean, they're such fuckers. I hate them so much because it's like the whole world is evolving, assholes. We're left behind. Good on you. Make America great. By what? Turning it into an oligarchy where, you get no actual
No, by turning
news?
it into a shithole country.
Yeah, that's what they want. And that's what they're going to get if they have their way and if the fucking Democrats don't fight. But so this is what happened yesterday. And so it's okay. I'm trying to describe it. There's two ways. Traffic is one lane going both ways, right? Right?
Yeah.
Am I explaining that correct? And there's parking on either side. So it's like kind of narrow. But so there's nobody behind me. There's a cabbie about a block and a half behind me. Okay? So I see a spot, I stop. The fucking cabbie zooms up behind me. So like when I put it in reverse and I start trying to back into the space. I have this on my dash cam. If I can that's a whole other story. I'm trying to get it out.
Right.
So, cause I'll fucking post it. But, so he zooms up so I can't back into the space. And I'm like, what the fuck? I saw him do that, like speed up deliberately so I couldn't back in. And I open up the window. I'm like, come on, go around. And he pulls up beside me and he goes, fucking liberal bitch. I'm not kidding. Okay? In Queens. And then, of course, I was like, fuck you, fucking, whatever. I just went back at it. But, like, I fucking lost it.
I remember the day in 2018 you yelled at a guy on a street in Manhattan
for wearing
on
a
a
Trump
quiet
hat.
Sunday morning for wearing a Trump hat.
Yeah.
Fuck you!
Yeah, well, he knew I was saying fuck you to him, though, right?
Yeah,
he did.
right.
He did.
Yeah.
So, but, this is... It's unbelievable. I don't have any stickers on my car or anything, but I assume he did it because the car was electric, like fuck you, liberal bitch, because they have been propagandized to be like.
Well, that's kind of like a few years ago. The coal rollers. Do you remember that movement? Rolling coal.
No.
Dude bros would modify their big ugly pickup trucks to belch diesel smoke.
Right, I remember.
And it was such a mature thing to do.
Yes, well,
they
that's
would
who they are.
They would deliberately gas bicyclists,
right,
and particularly people driving Priuses.
Yes, and they love to park in electric spots and whatnot, like at the rest stations and all. I remember that too. But that's what they are. And the reason I'm trying to get this off my dash cam because I want to see where this person. I mean, it's a cab. It was a cabbie.
Yeah,
so whoever that is, I'll fucking report them.
Get his fucking job.
Exactly. But to fucking liberal bitch. But I was a little surprised, but that this is Queens and it is New York, but he clearly, I mean, this is who they are. They're very angry. They're very small people. And I don't know what the fuck they're angry about. They got their baboon, they got the baboon in office.
But I know you have a working history. You understand concepts of addiction. Mm-hmm. They're addicts. Okay,
yeah.
Tara, they are.
Yeah.
And I'm not trying to diminish, substance addiction. These people are addicted to outrage.
Yes.
They have to have a daily fix of outrage.
Yes.
They cannot function without someone to hate.
That's
and again,
it.
That's fascism.
Yes. Oh, absolutely.
There has to be an other. There has to be, and wait a minute, enemy within.
Yes. Well, that's the exact thing the fucking baboon said, right? And I don't mean to insult baboons, really, because they would never elect the stupidest baboon to lead them. So, you know, I would never want to diminish a baboon. But it's really true. He's just a devolved baboon, as are the rest of them. But the whole thing is about, you know, destroying democracy. Yeah, this is a hostile takeover. That's why the Democrats, I'm so sick of them. Get a fucking spine. Leak that mother effing report. Stop letting them walk all over you, you know, and grow a spine, for Christ's sakes.
Gut up.
Yeah, when they start going on about Democrat Party, you know, fucking call them the Republicans. Or just point it out. Say, oh, well, here you go again. You know, you got nothing to offer the American people but little babyish taunts. Why turn that shit around? You know, until every time they say it, they look like assholes. But no, now I was watching some thing on Sky News, like it was on, you know, which is a right wing.
Right.
It's from Australia, and is it in England too? I don't remember.
I think it's
a Murdoch.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, I think Sky News is in England. Yeah,
but it has nothing to do with. I think I was watching. Oh, you know what it was? I was watching something about Meghan Markle and Harry, because I've been like hate watching some, you know, their bullshit. But and they said that, and she said something about, because Meghan Markle was like, you know, thinking about running in for office or something, and the fucking Sky News pundit said Democrat Party, and I'm like, this is how they talk in other countries now. It's
right.
It's
because the disease has spread.
Yes,
it's metastasized on a global basis.
And that's what happens when you don't correct somebody. You know, I mean, they don't say anything. This is why it drives me crazy. And I know the people who watch my show and listen to it, I say it all the time because it has to be said. How many times does somebody call you outside your name until you look like a beaten dog, right? How many times is somebody going to call you, oh, Terry, Karen, you know, whatever, you know, like me, just something to diminish you. Yeah. And you stand there like a fucking beaten dog, you know, until you look like a beaten dog to everybody else. It's like a joke. And it doesn't, they all get off on it, of course, but all it does is prove that the Republicans have nothing to offer the American people. They're not interested in governance or, you know, the general welfare, or the fact that they're not a majority.
But this all goes back to the fact that their only job is feeding the outrage of their maggot constituency.
Yep.
I mean, I got a clip here. Oh my God, this is just. I mean, it is. You know, I mentioned at the top of the program that, you know, it used to be every Wednesday I did this whole prayer meeting Wednesday shtick with the Cathedral of Common Sense, and I'm Archpope, Uber Rabbi, Ultimate Imam, Animated Animist, Antagonized, Agnostic, Vicarious Vicar, Mad Mother Superior, Anarchist Abbess. Right. Well, I actually do have a story that fits for prayer meeting Wednesday.
Consider.
Where did that come from? Okay. There it is. Okay. Go away, Dr. Oz. Oh. Go away. Don't go away mad. Just go away.
The pain.
So out in Oklahoma, Stan, I'm sure you're familiar with Ryan Walters, the superintendent of education out there.
Yes. The one who prays has to pray and doesn't listen to his Jesus. He prays.
I'm getting to that. But you know, he spent a shitload of Oklahoma taxpayer dollars to make sure that there's a Trump Bible in every Oklahoma classroom.
I knew it was Trump Bible. I mean,
with the Naugahyde cover.
Wow, the scam of the Bible.
Those poor Naugas. Oh. And so now he's declaring, and again, under different circumstances, this would just be fucking stupid. But under these circumstances, this is another element in how fascism behaves.
Yep.
There must be devotion to, there must be
Oh.
always devotion, maximum devotion to the dear leader. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
And never mind, let me look and see real quick. I need to find a Bible verse to go with this, so just bear with me. Maybe sing or something, okay?
Sing? Oh, well,
No,
I was... Don't sing? Okay.
I don't know. She's the daughter of Rosie O'Grady, a regular old-fashioned goyle. Let's see.
In Dublin, fair city, where the girls are so pretty, that's where I first met Molly Malone. She rode... That's my father used to sing me that song when I was a kid. Through streets...
Cockles and mussels.
Yes.
Cockle... but did you ever notice...
Cockles and mussels, alive,
That's a really...
alive-o.
That's a grim goddamn song,
It always is. That's the fucking Irish for you, you know. That's what... Or Danny Boy. That's another one that makes you...
The pipes are calling from glen to glen.
It's all about
and down
like a
the
dead
mountainside.
soldier, you know. Well, what Trump would call a sucker, a loser.
There we are. Matthew 6:6. King James Version, because God, we all know God speaks Elizabethan English.
King James, especially, that's a gay guy. I mean,
Gay.
Openly gay, okay? Openly gay. But also wrote a whole treatise on how you shouldn't be gay. You know, you realize that. I mean, this is...
I didn't realize that the word homosexual only entered the English language in 1892.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that either.
Kind of, queerness was differently received, and I actually want to delve into that in a moment here. But
sure.
Matthew 6:6. But thou, when thou prayest, enter into thy closet, and when thou hast shut thy door,
yes.
these are Jesus's words.
His
okay,
total instructions. I mean, it's
the
clear.
brown-skinned Palestinian day laborer and semi-literate itinerant rabbi who wore a dress every day of their life.
Hung out with 13 dudes, right? Or 12 dudes.
Yeah, exactly. Some party.
In the desert. Hello.
Yeah. I mean, not a lot to do in the desert. Gets a little cold. A little cuddling goes a long way.
Yep.
But thou, when thou prayest, enter into thy closet, and when thou hast shut thy door, pray to thy Father which is in secret. And thy Father, which seeth in secret, shall reward thee openly.
Yep.
And of course, so again, Jesus is in the closet.
Right.
But you know, so that's what Jesus had to say about the situation. And having said that, brothers, sisters, non-binary nibblings, I give you Ryan Walters, the Superintendent of Education of the state of Oklahoma. Stan.
Thank you for all the blessings you've given our country. I pray for our leaders to make the right decisions.
Jesus.
I pray in particular for President Donald Trump
Fuck off.
and his team as they continue to bring about change to the country. I pray for our parents, teachers,
I need
kids.
my blood pressure medicine.
They get the best education possible and live high-quality lives.
Yeah.
I also pray that we continue
interference.
to teach love of country to our young people and that our students understand what makes America great and
what is
that they continue to love this country. Amen.
Now, Ryan, we're seeing some local reports that some schools are refusing to show that video. Do you plan to penalize them in any way for non-compliance?
Yeah, absolutely. Look, here's a
absolutely punish them for not praying playing your prayer. That's we were talking about this on the show the other day, because same thing. We read the same Matthew section of the Bible. It's clear. Pray in your closet. That's what your Jesus told you to do. So I wish these Republicans were Christian. I wish they were. I wish that they were as religious as they purport to be, really, because we wouldn't be in this situation. We wouldn't be. They wouldn't be worshiping an orange baboon, right? Or
Right.
a golden
but
fucking calf.
Before you get to verse 6, there's verse 5. Math is funny that way. The closeted Jesus said, "And when thou prayest, thou shalt not be as the hypocrites are.
Yes.
For they love to pray, standing in the synagogues and in the corners of the streets, that they may be seen of men. Verily I say unto you, they have their reward."
And it's not the heavenly reward.
No.
Yeah.
But I mean, this is just so grossly and obviously fascist that it's kind of breathtaking.
Yeah.
He is going to punish. I mean, imagine a kindergarten kid.
I know.
Okay.
I know. Like they can decipher, and then but what he said was, look, you don't. I want to be clear. You don't have to join in the prayer. Only those who feel like joining in or are compelled to join in. Please join in now with my prayer or whatever. So like that's his out. That it's not mandatory. See, I told them they didn't have to pray. I told them, but these are kids. You know, I mean, and what if you don't pray? What if you're different? What if you're Jewish? What if you're Muslim? What if you're something else? You're nothing. You know, that's the problem. That's the problem with maggots. They all want to be in the club. You know, there's such a thing as that's the worst thing that you can do.
And the thing is, here's the rest of the clip, because he went on from there explaining, yes, he will penalize schools that refuse to show him praying to his daddy.
Wow.
Yeah, Trump, not God.
Right, I know. It's so painful.
But you have to understand why he explains why schools must show him praying to his orange Jesus.
Oh, okay.
Reality. The problem is we have fought and got.
Wait, so you wanna place a little wager on who the problem is?
Liberals, woke, trans people.
D, all of the above.
Okay. DEI.
I mean, come on. The queers.
Of course.
All right.
Prayer out of schools. We've allowed the left-wing activists to get their way here. And so listen, our announcement of the Office of Religious Liberty is so that parents, teachers, and kids understand you can pray.
So
you absolutely can pray. There's not a little part of the Constitution that says all of these rights and liberties apply unless you're in a schoolhouse. That doesn't exist, right? So President Trump was crystal clear. He's going to bring prayer back to schools. Every county,
even though he's never said one, and he's never gonna.
You don't give a shit. This is all a manipulation.
And again, turds like Ryan Walters never actually have to contend with people who can talk to them face to face and challenge them.
Of course.
You know, they know they're going to, you know, if he shows up with hard-hitting journalist Jake Tapper on Chicken Noodle News, you know, they know that the segment's going to be less than 5 minutes, and all he has to do is overtalk hard-hitting journalist Jake Tapper.
What they do.
And just obfuscate.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
There's no real way to call these freaks out.
Right.
And the sad thing is we have a Supreme Court of the United States, you know, our most puissant, dread, sovereign, supreme Catholic majesties, who will probably say, well, yeah, okay. And, you know, Sammy Badbreath will author an opinion saying that, yeah, of course, I mean, we got to, wait a minute. Now, the only thing, wait a minute, is that motherfucker Catholic, or is he one of them Protestant heretics? If he's a heretic, I want him set on fire.
Right.
Okay?
Right. Yeah. I mean, this is what I've been saying for years, that Republicans hate America. They hate America, conservatives. They really do. Everything that this country was founded on, I'm not trying to be like hyperbolic or like them, because they're like, oh, you hate America. No, I want this country to be a more perfect union. I don't want to leave people behind like you. I want a secular democracy where we come together like adults and try to have a functioning society that works for more than just Elon Musk. So what they're doing is not only they're rolling back the country, not just the New Deal, they're going back before the American Revolution. So, and they always talk about the founders. The founders did not create a religious society, and it's like backwards land for them.
No offense, but I wonder. I don't wonder. I know they don't know. Oh, by the way, which kitty is that behind you?
That's Boudica.
Hi, Boudica, baby.
I know.
Sweet kitty.
She's our emotional support.
Yeah, I need it.
She's so
baby.
cute. She's so cute. She's a cutie.
She's a baby.
She's
but
a little girl.
I want these people don't know, for instance, that this country was founded by a bunch of unrepentant, unreconstructed, untreated fucking drunks.
Yes.
Okay. Have you ever seen the supply list of the Corps of Discovery, Lewis and Clark?
Mm-hmm.
30 barrels of beer, 5 barrels of whiskey, 2 gallons of laudanum.
Oh, nice.
I mean, it's like that line that Slim Pickens says in Dr. Strangelove. Fella could have a pretty good time in Vegas on this. and I mean, you couldn't drink the water in Philly. And, that blazing hot summer of 1776 when they were crafting the Declaration of Independence, everybody was wasted.
Right.
Hammered. These guys were knocking, they were knocking down 2 and 3 gallons of wine and beer a day.
Yep.
I mean, and it's not like it's Wednesday. It's not like the Southern Baptist preachers who say, well, when it says wine in the New Testament, what that really means is grape juice, because they hadn't actually made real wine yet. It just means grape juice, and they were definitely not getting drunk. But just to go back to this clown, why are we having to do this? Why are we having to bore little children to fucking tears?
I know. Because it's about indoctrinating them to be little fascist bootlickers. That's it. Who can't think for themselves. Yeah.
Tears for queers. Everybody wants to rule the world, right?
In my state of Oklahoma, voted for President Trump. President Trump has a mandate nationally, but he has an even bigger mandate here in the state of Oklahoma. We love President Trump. And so we're going to make sure to enact his vision. And so listen, rogue superintendents that have been pushing books like Genderqueer and Flamer on kids, so they want to include pornography, but they don't want to include the Bible, and they don't want to allow our prayer. We're not going to tolerate it here in the state of Oklahoma.
Yeah, I mean, exactly. Dude.
Have you heard of Lot?
Tell me you've never read that goddamn book without telling me you've never read that goddamn book.
Right, exactly. It's pornography. There's a lot of disgusting parts.
Yeah, well, sister, here we are in a cave, and our home just got nuked by God, and and there's our daddy Lot, and we ain't never gonna find a husband now because God done incinerated them all.
Let's get him drunk.
Yeah. We do got some wine, however. I tell you what, sis, you get daddy all liquored up and fuck him and get pregnant, and then tomorrow he'll be so hungover, I'll give him some hair of the dog, and I'll get him liquored up and fuck him too, and I'll get pregnant, and then we'll go off and found an entire race of people, the different tribes and whatnot. And you know what? We'll tell everybody that Daddy was a righteous man. Righteous.
Yeah, there's many. It's not just that one. I mean, I'm just looking at a whole bunch of them.
Jesus God. Yeah. Isaiah. What is it? Is it Genesis 38 that talks about the sin of Onan?
38.
No, they really don't like to cite. I think it's Genesis 38. It's like, this is in Genesis 37. Oh, look at this in Genesis 39. Genesis 38 is filthy.
Okay. Oh, here it is. And Judah saw there a daughter of a certain Canaanite whose name was Shula, and he took her and went into her. I don't know. That's what it says, but that might not be the full Monty there.
No, there's a whole thing there about it. I mean.
Let me see. There's some more. And they made sexual
blackmail.
Right. And then they made their father drink wine that night. And that's the one we just talked about. And then it came to pass, Israel dwelt in that land, that Reuben went and lay with Baliah, his father's concubine, and Israel heard it. Now the sons of Jacob were 12, because he fucked a whore or whatever. And Judah said unto Onan, go into thy brother's wife, and
here we go,
and raise up a seed to thy brother. And Onan knew that the seed should not be his. And it came to pass, he went into his brother's wife and spilled it on the ground, lest he should give the seed to his brother. So I get it. Yeah, you don't want to, you know, just put the seed on the ground. You don't want to put it in the wife of your brother, because
hadn't. The ancient Israelites hadn't even invented the banjo yet. How was that going to happen?
Let's see.
Kim in New York with a question. Hi, Roxanne and Tara. Hey, Kim. Who is this? The Department of Religious what now?
Yeah.
That was Ryan Walters, Kim, the state superintendent of education of the state of Oklahoma. Stan.
Right. It's the Department of Religious Liberty or something like that. There's a name for it. Let me see if I have it here. Ryan. What's his last name again? The guy.
Ryan Walters.
Ryan Walters. Ryan Walters. God damn you.
And by the way, a couple of notes from earlier on. Sylvie said, and I mean, this is science, and so yeah, it would be completely baffling to, like, Handy Smurf and Marginal Trailer Queen and Mullah Moses Mike. Says Sylvie. Biologically, all embryos begin life as female.
That's right.
100%. This is why genetic men have nipples.
Yes.
The buds in the embryo differentiate into male and female structures as the chromosomes make their presence known as the pregnancy continues, but they begin as female. Thus, there should, by the reasoning of the repukes, be only female restrooms in public buildings.
That's true. That is true. But that, I mean, it's so, it's so, that's truth, and they can't handle the truth. That's why they are not fit to hold leadership positions in a modern nation. They're not fit. You want to have a shithole nation, a backwards ass nation, a freaking theocracy where people feel like shit, want to kill themselves, and women are just put down, and everyone is miserable in one form or another. They're your guys, okay? And if you want to have a modern society, you want to have that shining city on a hill, they're not for you. They're not for anybody but themselves and their, I don't know. I mean, they all have an agenda there, and it's kind of weaving together into a tapestry of evil, really. Because maybe Ryan White, he's a big holy roller. He's probably a closet case, if you really want.
No. All you have to do is look at him, his perfect hair,
exactly,
his closely cropped little beard. And he's had a man in his mouth.
Of course. He wants to, or he probably has. He's like, he's somebody who...
Well, Oklahoma's the kind of place, I mean, I remember the story from way back when I first started the show. There was a Baptist minister who was going to a Baptist conference in the big city, Oklahoma City. And he'd come from Busted Knuckle, Oklahoma, or whatever, or, Sister Fister, Oklahoma. I don't know. And had him his Mercedes Benz, and he got busted in, I think, a Kmart parking lot, soliciting a cute little twink.
Yep.
For sex.
Yes. Well, it's.
Or then there's Oklahoma Senator Ralph Shorty, who may still be doing time because he lured a rent boy to a hotel room and offered him drugs in exchange for letting him have sexy time with him.
Oh, I remember that one. Yeah, that's right. But then he was trying to wiggle out of it. Of course, right? He was,
I
was trying to help him.
There were all the. He said he wanted to go on spring break.
He was. He was a troubled youth. I was trying to help him. That was, I think, that guy.
They're all troubled youth.
But they were all, of course, handing them, methamphetamines and poppers and shit, right?
Yeah. But then, of course, there were all the good, God-fearing, upstanding, Bible-believing, Christ-centered, evangelical, fundamentalist, homosexual, Christian Republicans who ran to the nearest camera and microphone and said, "This is not who we are in Oklahoma." Mm-hmm. Oh, yes, it is.
Yes, it is. Of course, it
absolutely is.
Mm-hmm.
You want to end the child sexual abuse crisis in the United States of America? stop letting children go around priests and preachers and ministers and brothers and youth ministers and choir leaders. Stop that. Stop letting children go around Christian men and the child sexual abuse problem. The numbers will fall dramatically. And by the way, Cynthia out in the Bay Area, we were talking about what to refer to them as. Cynthia said, call them pigs. Repiglicons. Put the pig in it, not pub.
But then I like pigs. I like, pigs are charming and intelligent.
But this is, Cynthia makes a similar point. Put the pig in it, not pub. I might want to go to a pub.
Right.
And adds also, fuck the 49ers.
What is
Cynthia,
that?
Cynthia is in the Bay Area. She's,
okay.
She grew up a Niners fan. The glory days, Joe Montana.
Okay.
She said also, fuck the 49ers. The players are now doing the Trump dance when they make plays. I ain't watching their games again.
Oh, no fucking
fuck
way.
Them.
You mean they're jerking off to giraffes? That thing? They're like, that's what he does? That's what Jimmy Kimmel said it looks like. He's like,
oh, no, I know.
Oh, no, my fucking, what happened?
I feel so dirty now.
I know. I just got, what happened?
I don't know.
My stupid camera went off. What the?
I still, okay, now I don't.
Yeah, I know. Come on, camera. Can you hear me? Damn it.
Oh, yeah, I hear you just fine.
Right. Something's going on with my stupid camera. And now I dropped the cord. All right, keep talking, Robyn. I'll figure it out. Hold on. What the hell?
Dance, Roxanne. Dance.
Damn it.
The entire Genesis myth is an explanation and an excuse for patriarchy.
Yes.
Male and female created he, them. Well, if you want to get it, male and male created they, them.
What the fuck is going on here with my camera?
We are.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Robyn.
That's okay. You can reboot or something?
I don't know what's happening. Everything sucks. Yeah, I don't know. My stupid camera, it's like the light's on.
Yeah, you're gone, but I've got your audio.
Yeah, I know. It's kind of hard to like.
So if you need to,
maybe
if you need to mess with the camera.
I don't know what the hell is happening. It's just so. Why does it happen every time I do a show? I'm gonna fucking flip out here.
It's probably a bandwidth thing.
Well, I just got a new. And now you're gone. Okay. It's got. I upped.
Okay. Headline from the New York Times. Breaking news at 6:14 p.m. Eastern Time. Federal inquiry traced payments from Gates to women. A document assembled by investigators details a web of Venmo payments between Matt Gaetz, President-elect Donald Trump's choice for Attorney General, and a group of his friends, associates, and women, according to some who say he hired them for sex.
All right.
Yeah, and what these damn fools don't understand, and this goes, you've got a better but that we know how bad, how damning it is by how desperately they're trying to keep this out of public view. The guy's a fucking pervert, okay?
Yeah, yep. Exactly.
And more people are hollering for someone to leak the report.
Yep. Oh, good. I'm glad to hear it.
Progressive strategist Dave Rosen put up a post on social media naming the 5 Democrats on the Ethics Committee. Any of the 5 Democrats on the House Ethics could leak the report on Matt Gaetz. Here's who they are. And Susan Wild, who I think was the election, so she's got nothing to lose by leaking. The Democrats should leak the Gaetz report. Trump and MAGA invited a violent insurrection against our election and refer to the traitors as freedom fighters and political prisoners.
That's right.
Bill the Bloody Crystal, who got Iraq entirely wrong, said,
Republicans seem a lot more concerned to protect women on the Hill from the imaginary problem of being in a stall next to real depredations of men like Matt Gaetz, Pete Hegseth, and Robert F. Kennedy Jr.
By the way, all three of whom, it's a little triumvirate of perverts.
Yep.
They're all perverts.
Yes. They certainly are. And that's probably their selling point.
Well, they're just like daddy.
Yeah, that's why Trump loves them. And they can play the victim.
We talk about plutocracy, we talk about oligarchy. What is it? Is there a word like that? What it would be? A coitarchy? A pervarchy?
Pervarchy.
A pervocracy? Government by perverts?
All right. Jesus Christ. I don't know what's happened. I think I would have to reboot my whole my whole computer to get this camera to come back. I don't know what the fuck is going on. The cameras won't turn on. But that's okay, I guess.
Is it a power supply thing?
No, everything's powered by its own thing. So it's just something. I'm sorry to do that in your ear.
No, that's okay. I'm
happens
absolutely
all the time.
used.
Maybe. I don't know. I would have to restart my whole computer. Maybe I'll do that. Maybe let me just restart, and I'll come right back in, and then because the stream keeps bugging out too. Okay, because I know we still have time, so let me.
Oh yeah, we got a good 40 minutes left.
Yeah, exactly. Is that okay? So I'll.
Yeah, it's fine.
I'm gonna bug out for a second. There'll be another version of this. There might be another link of this show. Just telling everyone who's in the chat room right now. So be back in a minute because this link will probably be updated. I don't know because that's how YouTube is. It won't just hop on the same thing right now. So okay guys, I'm gonna have to restart, and I'll restart and I'll call you right back on Skype. Okay.
I will be here.
All right, my friend. I'll see you in a little minute. Bye bye.